I'm Charlie Bryer. I ride a Cannondale Super 6 and a Cannondale Super X. What I liked about cycling specifically was, I learned later that it wasn't, but it seemed more individual than a team, and I also just really love the equipment, the different disciplines, time trialing, road racing, the history of the sport. I love the kind of culture of it as well, which really appealed to me. One of my favorite things to do is to ride with a group of people, your friends, and just have a great 150-kilometer ride. We've stopped at a cafe, the weather's beautiful. There's nothing that beats that. Obviously, like everyone, work can be stressful. Obviously, I work in the bike industry, so it's a bit ironic, but I love just putting my phone on airplane mode. I'm really hooked on trance music. I love just listening to trance music and riding for a few hours by myself. It's really good for me. I find it puts my mind at ease. The Super 6 is a classic road bike, traditionally always has been. We just came out with a new Super 6 this year with updated design, and it's a little bit more aerodynamic, et cetera, et cetera. But the fundamental aesthetic of the bike looks like a proper bicycle, and I think that goes a long way. From my perspective, a lot of the time, the simpler it looks is probably how it's gonna ride really well and do everything we want it to do. I mean, like, the aesthetic of Cannondale has definitely changed in the last year, especially. We rebranded, we updated the logo, and I think you're seeing a lot of that with cycling. I mean, certainly if you go on Instagram or follow any major brands out there that are making headway, a lot of it is scaling back that over emblazoned logo, and I think that really ties in nicely to, hey, I just want to go out for a bike ride. Specifically the Super 6, the biggest appeal to me is the fact that where road cycling has really moved off-road, ironically, into gravel roads and things like that. So I think the idea of having one bike, it's funny, as a salesperson in the industry, we're all about that really overused saying N+1, meaning N being the number of bikes you own and how many you should have. And it's good enough to be a really fast race bike, but it's also versatile enough where you can fit a wider tire on it, go do some gravel riding to a certain extent. And I think that it's a bike that really slots in nicely and covers a lot of ground. I'm Charlie Bryer. I ride Cannondale.